welcome to my tutorial on Get Off from Rockschool's Electric Guitar Grade 1 book. I'm going to take you through the main things that you need to remember when you're practicing this piece. So the first thing is in section A and in section C, we've got some chords. So you will need to be able to play an A minor chord and change to a D minor chord smoothly. So that is your first thing to do. So if you look at my A minor, and then when we go to D minor, we jump them towards the floor a string each and slide your third finger out. And then we can slide it back and jump back towards the ceiling. So you've got to get your left hand smooth, but you also need to remember to do 5 strings on one and then 4 strings on the other one. So once you've got that, then you can go on and try and play your rhythms. So on the first line, on A minor, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. E minor, 2, 3, 4. So I've put a reasonable amount of distortion on my guitar, and what I'm doing is a tiny little stop before I change chord, which makes it sound really smooth. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I did the same for the E minor. It doesn't say that on your part, but when you've got lots of distortion on, when you change, you can hear the notes change when your fingers come off, which we don't want. So if you can put that little stop in, that little mute before you change, that's going to make that part sound really smooth. Okay, so that's part A, and then part C, you've got the same chords but slightly different rhythms. We've got 1, so there again, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and C, G. So C and G are 2 chord transitions that a lot of people struggle with. From the A minor to the C, that's nice and easy. You've only got to move one finger, but then you've got to move all your fingers to G. There is one more way you can do it. You can do it like this. You can go sort of towards the ceiling with these two and put your little finger on. So that is one way, or the other way is probably how you know how to play those chords. So that's another thing to do with these chords, okay, is just go from C to G, because that's the main bar that people struggle with. The only other thing in the chord section that you just really need to make sure you're getting is on bar 20, you've got 2 E minors, but you've got rest E, E. So the bar before, you've got lots of A's, you've got 8 half beats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so try those with a metronome slowly until you can get those chord changes good, okay? Because it goes at 150, which is reasonably pacey on this one. It's reasonably difficult. So the main section of the tune is section B, where you've got this riff, this bit. Okay, and something you need to pick up on is the staccato note on the D in the first bar and also in the third bar of that section. So we need to cut those notes off short. So we want 1 and 2 and 3 and then it cuts it off. And if you look at my picking, I'm keeping an up-down picking going the whole time. So I'm really picky with my students about this picking, because you need to get your hand to learn the just up, down, fluid rhythm. So when you're beginning, it's something really important. So we go down, up, rest, up. Okay, sorry, I played the wrong note there. Should have been a C. Can you see I'm keeping the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so see if you can write on over your part down, up, down. Up. A down is like an N and an up is like a V in guitar language, because you want to get them in a routine. If you play the C at the end of bar 5 as a down, and then you want to play the next one in bar 6 as a down also, you're going to trip up your hand. So you really need to get down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, up. So do you see when it was like muted, I stopped it, but I still did a downstroke, so I'd end up on the correct one. So that's really important. And then you could try playing that with a metronome a bit slower. So if I put on this speed, okay, so this is 90. And then if I play that part over, 2, 3, 4. That's probably a good speed to start it off at. And then you could just go up in 5 beats a minute once you've got it smooth to get to 115. Otherwise, it's going to sound a bit raggedy if you just jump straight in there at full speed. Those are the hardest parts of the piece. Part D, where you have your tune, this bit. That's not that hard once you've got section B. You've got a couple of staccato notes and longer rhythms to pick up on. It's not too bad. Bar 25, you've got... So try and pick up on those staccato notes on the second one of the pattern, and also getting down, up to try and keep your hand in a fluid motion. And then it's a repeat at the end to 2 A minor chords with an accent on, okay? So if you get page 1 really good and really fluid with nice techniques, page 2 isn't going to be too hard on this one. Remember to try and keep 1 finger per fret, because that's good technique. Downs and ups going all the time, and always playing to a metronome so you know your timing is going to be perfect. Good luck.